All right, guys. So today, your DeltaMath assignment has all different skills for finding the exact value of a trig expression. So a trig expression, sine, cosine, tangent, secant, cosecant, or cotangent, and it gives you the angle, and you're finding the exact value of that trig expression. So this first skill here, it actually allows you to rotate the angle on the picture. Okay, so we're using the RRCV method, right? So the first R is rotate the angle into standard position. You don't need to do that on a piece of paper because this one actually allows you to do it right here on the graph. So 90 degrees I know is right here. Okay, the next R is reference angle. Okay, but for quadrantals, we know 90, 180, 270, 360 are our quadrantals. They don't have a reference angle. Okay, so the first R, rotate, we've already done that. There is no reference angle. Okay, the C is for cast, which you're determining based on the quadrant. Is it positive or negative? Okay, but this is not in a quadrant, it's a quadrantal, and the only one that really matters for this is the value. Okay, so I want to go over this one first where it's a quadrantal. We're going to pretend this is a unit circle. So you have a radius of 1, and so that makes that endpoint at 90 0, 1. Right, so you have a radius of 1. 90 is where we've gone just basically up 1. So that coordinate point xy would be 0, 1. And hopefully you all remember from when we made our plate, it goes cosine, sine. Okay, so since it's asking about cos, we're looking at the x value. Okay, so the cosine of 90 is 0. Okay, so I'm going to go 0, submit answer. Awesome. Okay, so that coordinate point there, as you see, is 0, 1, and cosine is the x value. Okay, now I want to do a problem that's not a quadrantal. All right, perfect. So 225. So I'm going to erase all this. Okay, so R, R, C, and V now for cosine of 225. Okay, first R, rotate it. We can do that by clicking here. 225 is greater than 180, but it's less than 270. Okay, so I know that this has to be in quadrant 3. And 225 is going to be right in the middle, actually, of 180 and 270 because it's 45 away. Okay, so first, rotate. That's done. Reference angle. Okay, if this whole angle is 225, the reference angle is the angle created between that terminal side and the x-axis. So really, 225 minus 180 gives us 45 degrees. Okay, all students take in quadrant 3 only tangent and its reciprocal cotangent are positive. So since this problem is asking about cosine, neither of those two, we know the final answer is going to be negative. Okay, and the last thing is your hand trick. For the value, I know for sine and cos, it's radical something over 2. It's either radical 1, 2, or 3. All right, for 45 on your hand trick, you're pulling back your middle finger. Okay, cosine, you count the number of fingers above that finger you pulled back because cosine alphabetically comes first. And so there are 2 fingers above my middle finger. And so it's radical 2 over 2. Again, the cast part of it, since in quadrant 3 cosine is negative, that means your answer is negative radical 2 over 2. Okay, so I'm going to put in my negative radical 2. Make sure the denominator over 2 is not also under the square root, and submit.